Skyrim.
Against Nyx?
That's another new hero.
Wow.
Yeah, Nyx is just getting some free tasty heroes, I think.
Yeah, I was not kidding about the Invoker. What do you guys think about Invoker on Ravens? Like, it's so good with Nyx Assassin because you have someone to scout for you. Like,
Sunstrike.
You want to
quest
quest exhort?
they bring the Morphin. Okay, that's fine too against Embers. And against Gyro, oh my god, yeah, Morphin was the pick. Yeah, Morphin was
It's
definitely
good,
the pick.
yeah.
And it's one of Dad's favorites here too.
Yeah, Morphin was just amazing call for Ravens. Still, Invoker can be played. Why not?
10 seconds remaining.
Man, I'm not feeling this
Need a
gyro
mid
here.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah,
I
I'm with you.
don't like that gyro pick.
I'm with you guys. Jared is just weird here. They don't have controls, right? They're missing controls on Infinity. They have literally no controls.
They have the chain combo.
Yeah, but
they have the missile, but
What did they ban here? Probably like you said, Invoker or Pangolier.
Team ban. Dire team
Death-
ban.
Death Blow? Okay, that makes sense.
they've been draw.
So they think this is a support gyro as well.
Yeah. If it is a support gyro, I think PL is an option for Infinity. PL is just amazing against Undying.
10
It's very easy to hit the top. So good against Morphling. It's just unplayable playing Morphling against PL. But if they pick PL, maybe Ravens can pick Conk or even Lash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lash is not banned yet.
I was going to suggest Slash because I really want Ravens to get a tower pressuring hero, like almost as almost like the Nature's Prophet on game 1, like something that can hit towers because they don't have this one right now. They can't hit structures here.
Lash looks good for Ravens.
Radiant
It will,
team
yeah.
ban. Dire team pick.
Viper.
Legend. What do they want? Like a PA?
I don't think a pick PA against
I think
Morphling
they're just thinking about the lane, about Ember
Yeah.
Spirit's lane.
10
Can
seconds
be.
remaining.
Yeah.
I still think like Infinity needs control, like
5 seconds remaining.
anything to control.
Oh, Husker is available.
I mean,
That's not a control.
yeah.
Get it.
Team pick.
Now they were so.
Oh, yeah,
Ursa.
but I mean, Husker
Now
for
you pick
Ravens
Ursa, guys.
on top of the Ember Spirit. Yeah, now it's the Ursa time. Okay.
All right.
Alright.
What do they need here? They need a mid laner, right? I still think Invoker is just the hero. Invoker is just good against Ursa because of
Remaining.
the ice wall. It's decent against
5
Ember.
seconds remaining.
He's laning for Invoker, and we have the same strike. I mean, Ravens has the same strike. Honest.
Yeah, I really don't think
You
the
reckon-
Invoker is the pick here, Sherlock, because I still
They're
think
like
they have
tiny?
no tower damage.
Tiny is nice.
Tiny some
I
power
mean-
damage. It does alright
Yeah.
against Ember.
And I mean, you have morphing as tower damage, but I think I got your point. You want like early game, like right?
Yes, yes.
Something
Oh.
early to hit
Morphling
towers.
doesn't hit towers between
Yeah, exactly.
15 to 20 minutes.
Yes.
I feel like they
maybe
need
I'd
something
go for
to work
Lash
with
here.
this Nyx. They need something to be able to play and rotate with this Nyx, like a Lash, like a Tiny, just something pretty active.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Or like
yes.
if they want to go the Invoker route, that's the Sunstrike. Oh,
Oh,
What the?
Hero.
mid Undying?
I'm not sure. I have no idea what is happening. Is this a mid dying really? Or Beachmart mid?
maybe it's a mid Rubik.
Mid
Is it a
rubber?
misclick? Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it's a mid Rubik.
Okay.
Right.
I'm still not a fan of this Gyro and Sky pick. I have to go with Ravens for this one. I don't like those picks.
I don't like the mid Rubik here, to be honest. Oh my god. Yes, the Ravens got their tower damage with Beastmaster and map control and stuff. Nyx also helps with that, but I don't know. I think they can get on top of Rubik too easily here. Infinity.
I think if Ursa has a good early game, I think they can just snowball. I think it's legit playing Ursa against Morphling, especially if you buy like a Diffusal. I'm going with Infinity here. I'm gonna give them a chance.
Yes. Going with Infinity to Magic. Who's gonna win?
I'll go with Ravens on this one,
All right.
just to keep things spicy.
2-1 for Infinity. I want to hear from our casters. It's Rada and Crucial. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Lil. As we have a bit of an exciting game number 2 on our hands, Crucial. What are you thinking, man? What lineup do you favor?
Oh man, it's really interesting drafts from both sides. I think both threw each other curveballs towards the end there. Before I get into predictions, I just want to say how blessed am I as my first 2 DPC games. They feature my signature hero, the Beastmaster. So these guys are really helping me out here. But you know, I mean, first of all, I think this is maybe the best Nyx game I've ever seen in my life. He's great against everybody except the Ursa. Who's, you know, he's fine against the Ursa. It's just like you would actively pick this hero against all the
Homing
heroes.
missile coming
Ursa.
out onto Sarah. Beefy is this Undying. Is he going to be beefy enough? Just barely.
Yeah.
Getting by with 70 HP.
To battle.
Yeah, that he got like a 4-man. Oh, wait, he's still getting hunted. Not quite gonna find it. If it was daytime, it was first blood there. But yeah, I mean the 4-man decay there. That's gonna keep you upright. But you know, it's similar to last game. Do Infinity can this Ursa deal with the control coming out from the other side? Do they have enough control themselves to enable the Ursa? You know, that's something to look for in this game. You know, the Infinity Tower damage is really lacking too. So they could take Roche really well, obviously, with the Ursa. So it's interesting. They have that objective takers, but does Ursa really hit towers? Not really. So yeah, it's an interesting draft, man. And you know, the last second curveball to put PP on this Rubik. If you're gonna make, I don't really want to do a prediction, but if you're gonna make me, I guess I'll go for Ravens here. Even though, as a Bengals fan, I never want to root for the Ravens.
You know, I don't think that the mid Rubik has won yet in this DPC tour. I could be wrong about that, but of the many games that we've seen play the Rubik, it's been many different players as well. And nobody has been able to put the pieces together and get a W on this mid Rubik. So we'll have to see how they're able to address these shortcomings here in game number 2. A little bit of harass coming out from Prada, but he's just, these supports, they're just slapping at each other. Just getting that early harass damage in. And I mean, this is obviously going to be favored towards Prada.
Yeah, well, I mean, sort of because of the regen on the Nyx assassin, you know, he can, he might lose the trade, but oh, got the boar there. That's a big deal. That's a ton of XP that he just got for his lane. But we do see Benjaz making the change up. Yeah, he didn't have the Beastmaster last game, but the Beastmaster player did go axes, going in for the boars instead this lane. It's really good against Ursa. It's so hard for Ursa to stay on target when these boars are whacking him. So it really mitigates the kill threat of the Ursa that you generally have in this lane. If you got once you get level 2 boars. Oh, we can't feed these though. Okay, nice deny.
All right, now taking a look at this mid lane, it's pretty even, dude. 9-1 to 8-1. And have you seen many Rubik versus Ember Spirit lanes? Can you give us any information as far as what to expect here?
I was curious about it myself because no, you know, as an offlane player, I can tell you everything about the 1, the 3, the 4, and the 5, but the mid matchups are not my specialty. It's interesting because, you know, I mean, I feel like Rubik versus most melee heroes would feel pretty good, but since Ember Spirit does have that reach and Rubik is not the tankiest boy. Oh, actually, he has 6 armor. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's going to be fine. Peepy's going to do just fine in this lane unless he goofs.
Tower is under attack.
I didn't realize Rubik had that much armor. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, why does Rubik have 6 armor and 63 starting damage?
Right? He's wearing a cloak, bro. Like,
Like what?
That can't be 6 armor. A cloak? What is this, Diablo?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Now let's take a look at this bottom lane here, as that's the last to be discussed. 13-3 versus 8-2. As the Dodd Morphling, he's off to a good start.
Yeah, I think this should be pretty heavily Infinity favored. I think that Dodd can, once he gets a couple levels, I think he'll be able to last hit just fine because, all the natural right-click damage that Morphling ends up with. But, the Sky is an extremely powerful laner. And the...
Oh, the chase onto
yeah.
Dismar up top.
Yeah.
Homing missile coming in. Spike Carapace to reflect it. But waiting it out, no. Pepita, he realized that he had the damage for the kill regardless of the stun. Picking up first blood on the Ursa Bear. Oh no, it got split.
Yeah, yeah. So he actually denied the first blood there. So nice job. Able to get that. So now we see Prada squaring up here.
Sarah down to the bottom lane. They are able to get that kill.
Yeah. So going as the super smart analyst predicted so far in the bottom lane. Going pretty well for him.
Is under attack.
We'll see though. I mean, the Undying is also a very powerful laner, so the more I look at this lane, the more I can see it going either way, especially with the melee offlaner. Only two mangoes on the Undying. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. He goes at 2 points in the decay. Did Kara? Sometimes that level 2 soul rip can be a huge factor in the laning phase, but. It could really surprise with how much heal can come out or damage once you get level 2 in that. So it'll be interesting to see if he picks up Tomb next or goes for that second point in Soul Rip. As we see a bottle fill for Leo here mid. Try to helping out his guy. Man, top lane is a struggle for Ravens. Look at the difference in last hits, man. I'm really surprised to see this. It's level 3 versus level 5 as well.
The Beastmaster doesn't like playing from behind.
No, not at all. Man, I thought with these boards he was gonna do okay, but maybe there's a bunch of creep manipulation that we didn't quite catch there. Oh, Devil bottom. That's gonna be okay. Dismar was able to steal the creep wave here. Oh, you see the coach. He's revving it up. He's got the overpower ready to go here.
Oh, homing missile starting to come out. Nothing's gonna come of it though. He backed himself back under tower, did Dismar. So everything's gonna be a-okay. Now maybe a little bit of a counter initiation. Meanwhile, down bottom, more slap fighting happening. And this is that controlled chaos that we talked about in the laning phase last game, where it's they just walk that razor's edge. As now there's gonna be a silence. The Celestial Hammer came out, but it wasn't a good one, so he's not gonna spring forward to there. Dismar being aggressed upon. There is level 6 on Leah style, so he does have remnants available should he want to expend it. Maybe just waiting for the sleight of fist kill still. Not quite able to line it up as Prada is able to get the kill.
The boar goes down again too. I think that's part of why he's so far behind in this lane as far as XP is Benjaz. They got several boars here, and as we all know, those are basically XP tomes. So. If you're playing Beastmaster, that's one of the worst things the second worst thing you could do besides feeding your heroes, feeding your boar in a lane. So, great start here from the coach on Ursa. He's already got his Perseverance. Interesting choice.
So he's rushing that Battle Fury build.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to see him.
Go ahead.
I was just say to go for to finish up the Perseverance. A lot of times we'll see heroes. We'll see heroes go for all the damage items, right, just to help with their farming acceleration. But I guess he feels like that extra mana is going to be a little bit more beneficial. It's very early though. Like he's significantly ahead already. I mean, he's 500 ahead of the next closest hero.
They might have an Ursa problem on their hands already right now. We're setting up plays onto the Ember Spirit in the mid lane, Leah style, being aggressed upon. But they don't have the control, they don't have the damage. Now with the two extra heroes here, maybe looking to set up a bit of a counter play. Not really willing to dive back behind the tower, however.
Yeah, the flame shield got taken off right before he tried to use the carapace to try to get the stun off. So might have been able to get the kill there if they synced up the spells just a little bit better.
Oh, on to Sarah we go. Starbreaker spinning around, but they don't get the connection for the stun, and the tombstone gets dropped. Leo Style starting to make the rotation over. The first to fall in the fight is going to be Ganek, but with a sleight of fist, he is able to get the kill onto Sarah. Now the chase forward onto Devil. Homing missile out. They're going to swing the pendulum back. Dismar being aggressive on this gyrocopter support, proving to be a little bit of a monkey wrench in their plans, Crucial.
Yeah, and the damage came out all at once there onto the Nyx Assassin, and just it looked like he got 100 to 0 in under a second there. So pretty scary how much damage the Ember can put out along with the Dawnbreaker as well. Dawnbreaker does have the Solar Guardian ready to go now, so be interested to see if they try to set up a play somewhere, maybe on this Beastmaster top.
Oh, man. They tried to set up a play in the mid lane onto Leostyle, but again, the quick fingers with the sleight of fist, just too much to overcome here in the early game for Ravens. But, you know, I mean, they did have their backs against the wall in game number 1, and they were still able to pull the game out, and this time they have the Morphling carry to sit on their shoulders. And, I mean, this Morphling, when he steals the Gyrocopter's form and spells, that is going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think we mentioned that in the draft. Maybe we did. But that's, yeah, that is a huge amplifier for this Morphling. Just being able to turn it, the flat cannon alone can turn a fight completely if he's big enough. So it's something to watch out here once we see that morph and, you know, a couple items come out on this Morphling and he starts bopping.
The calm before the storm, Crucial. As it seems like both teams are trying to set up plays. It's the rune, the rune play yet again. PP going to be able to secure the illusion.
Kind of a sleepy start again. We do have 6 kills, not too bad, but I say bad like it's good one way or the other.
There's so much writing on this game for Ravens.
Yeah,
if they win this game, if they win this game, they could potentially avoid relegation. And yeah, no, I mean, I feel like you have been seeing it just a little bit with more control coming out from this side. They don't want to overstep any bounds. They don't want to get caught out. I mean, maybe the Rubik pick was a little bit courageous, as now we're going in onto Leostyle. Leostyle was able to get a Remnant away. Celestial Hammer to break the trees, but nothing else is going to come from it.
Yeah, interesting, Leostyle's just kind of hanging out down here. Not really surprising anybody. But Ravens are hanging strong here. They're just 2 heroes ready to, you know, still hanging around to hold this tower. See if they bring in reinforcements. We see, oh my gosh, they had to use Fort on the tier 2 top already.
Oh yeah,
Infinity. They're pushing.
Yeah,
really
well, I mean,
hard
so
right
that's one thing, right? So since Prada got active on that gyrocopter, the Ursa, he's not been able to be present in his lane. Still farming away, doing the Ursa thing. He does have the Battle Fury complete, top of the net worth.
Fury. Oh my god.
But
that is a great
he's not
timing.
been able to play in his lane, which opens the Beastmaster to doing his thing as the gyrocopter is going to be caught off, and they cancel the TP from the Skywrath Mage.
We didn't talk about it, but Leostyle is on the struggle bus a little bit. PP did a good job in the lane. Definitely won that lane, so, you know, we've seen in the past, Oh,
Leostyle trying to get aggressive. The Carapace has already been used. Now we're going to turn around and use the stun. But Leostyle chases forward with the phase boots. Sleight of fist used. Chasing after Dismar. But with PP rotating over, now he's going to be trying to go in onto Sarah. Sarah's going to rotate over, use the Soul Rip, dropping the Tombstone. The stolen flat cannon, pumping the damage, and Leostyle has to remnant himself to safety. But that is Tombstone that's going to be down for a good minute.
Yeah, I wonder if they didn't click on him to see that he had a safety remnant out, or maybe he just thought that he had to put that down or so he was going to lose a hero. So, yeah, that Undying here is not going to be able to do much here for the next minute or
Dire's
so.
middle tower is under attack.
Two-man smoke play from Raven. Maybe trying to track down where Leostyle ran off to. It's decision desk time. It looks like they're going to be going down bottom. Want to get the quick pick onto Gnek if possible.
With the
Ismar
Ether
is
Lens,
level
this
6,
should be
so he
easy.
does have Vendetta. Oh, he gets out of the tower range. Pop, pop, pop. Dodd going to pick up the
Yes.
kill. And this Morphling still keeping pace with the Battle Fury Ursa.
Yeah, mid, we got a dive going on.
Oh, diving in onto Sarah yet again. No tombstone to buy you out of trouble
Team?
this time. Just getting flesh heat
Team?
stacks, Leo style. Team's not interested. Now they're going to
He's
TP
all right.
rotation and immediately getting himself to safety. Is Dismar TP'd in. He's going to use the shovel to get himself a nice little bounty rune. A worse player wouldn't have gotten that bounty rune there. I just want to say it.
That's right. No. Yeah, 8K bounty.
A lot
rune
of people
for
don't
sure.
have the courage. Yeah, they don't have the courage to come out and make a statement like that, Crucial. But I'm just going to come out and say it with my chest. A
Speaking the
lesser
truth.
player would not have gotten that bounty rune.
Yeah.
Looking like we're going for the Maelstrom build here onto Leo style. So both of these heroes, they are going to be able to keep up the farm and try to get themselves into the late game in a good standing. But this Ember dude, he's having a very rough time with that lift. That is not. Maybe this sets up a play. The Mystic player is going to be dropped down. There's going to be the Tombstone. Back up. Riveting in. Riveting out. The call down. They've got the damage. They finally are able to kill this damn Rubik.
Well, that'll help. But yeah, I mean, the Ember, while he's struggling, I think he's a part of the reason why this Ursa's doing so well. He's been extremely aggressive. He's going in and making low percentage plays just to waste the time of Ravens, right? So we got a smoke up here. Looks like they're looking for the Beastmaster, but he's got the Star Sense, or does he? Oh, I think he's coming back. Oh no! Don't do it, Ben Jazz. And the creeps don't pop the smoke, so he's probably feeling pretty safe right now. Oh, that's a perfect position to pop the smoke.
Oh, Remnant coming in. There's going to be the Solar Guardian, though. He is going to be able to get out of the way. Dismar looking for a peel play. No, PP made the rotation. We're having a ride to the row. Hero, stolen Solar Guardian, comes down, slams onto 4. The Wild Axes. There's going to be the Starbreaker. Starbreaker does not stun anyone. Leostyle forced to Remnant himself away. And this crazy engagement continues on. They're still hunting. They're still diving. Going back into the woods, the tri-camp area. But finally not willing to dive much further beyond that. Now maybe looking for a power play. You can see the pings onto Dodd. And here comes the Ursa. Gnek in tow. Blink forward from Mariano. But he's going to be stunned up with the waveform Dodd. He's able to get himself to safety.
Man, that was a huge combo from the Nyx and the Rubik. It's a shame more didn't come of it, just because it was such a cool play. You'd like to see it get rewarded a little bit more. But man, huge stuns coming out to spoil that gank, and turned it from a dead Beastmaster into, holy crap, you're going into Rosh Rada.
Yep. Turned it from a dead Beastmaster into a Roshan, Crucial.
Yeah, not bad for Ravens here. With their relegation on the line, making plays here after a little bit of a spooky laning phase.
Hold the lift. The stun does not connect onto Leoso. Now they are with the Spike Carapace. Soul Rip to keep this Mar alive.
Okay.
Would you like to see them make a play and try to push something with this Aegis? Or do you want to use this Aegis to buy some space?
No, they got the Super Helm ready to go on the Beastmaster, so this is a perfect timing for them. Morphling has very efficient items right now. Like I don't think I can think of more efficient items unless you're just like stacking Wraith Bands or something weird. But like, yeah, they are ready to make moves right now. The Ursa is like, he has great farming items, but he has no stats.
They found Gnek.
is it kicking
Waveform
off?
forward, going in. Gnek gonna use the pig pole, trying to get himself to safety. This little bit of a lack of control. Gnek, he's trying to juke them through the trees, but you're not Jimmy, son. You got caught.
Yeah, I think this is a
down to the bottom lane. They're trying to set up onto Mariano as well, but the stun does not connect. Here comes Prada, but the blink away from the Ursa. Homing missile call down is going to be onto Dismar. Dismar now with the waveform forward. Prada on a killing spree is Dodd.
Dire's middle tower is under
okay. I know we got a really fast game going, but what was the Jimmy reference? I didn't catch it.
What do you, like Jimmy Demon Dota?
Oh,
like
that
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Okay.
He does
Gotcha,
not
gotcha,
have
gotcha.
jukes like Jimmy.
Okay.
You've been casting with me for years and you don't get my references.
I get most of them. That's why I stopped you. I was like, wait, am I missing something? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Ravens are able to do with this advantage right now. I'm not sure they're going to get a better timing than right now. So, see if they keep forcing the issue here. Kind of hanging back right now. Ursa's on his way to his BKB. I imagine Ravens would like to strike before that's up, and they only got a couple minutes before that's up. So, oh, top lane.
Oh, top lane, we have a strike.
Roar?
Solar Guardian coming in. I believe that's a friendly one. Yes, that's going to be Devil. Starbreaker stun connects onto the Beastmaster. Now trying to rip through Dismar. Dismar, the Spike Carapace, buys him some momentary reprieve.
Oh, and Kara too.
Oh, Rada. We do have the
Oh,
tombstone on the high ground.
jeez.
Dot, he's going to come in, try to use this Aegis of the Immortal. He still has it for another 2.5 minutes here, and he's on the hunt. He's feeling big, bad, and strong. Large is in charge, and now there's going to be the drag back onto Mariano. Mariano, he does have the ultimate if he wants to use it. This is a Solar Guardian coming in, stolen by PP. Yet again, he keeps getting his hands on that spell. They were able to pop the Aegis of the Immortal onto Dot with that Fade Bolt. They clean up Mariano. And that's Pepita down for 45 seconds.
Yeah, and after all that, I think that was a pretty even trade. The graph looking a little wonky right now with the XP. Every kill is a giant swing, which just means on the graph, which just means it's a very close game right now. XP and gold right on top of each other. Really nice of them to get that Ursa kill. I think that was really important for Ravens. They do have the Manta done on the Morphling now, so it's going to be much harder to kill him. They're going to take this tier 2 Rada.
Very
That's just
close
free.
to the Scotty, buddy.
Gee, where did all that gold come from, man? Oh my goodness.
From killing supports, dog.
That's crazy. Yeah.
From killing
Kill
supports.
bad guys get gold. Yeah. The first carry player to discover that you can
action.
play Dota, not just farm. Good for him.
You mean Dota's not a PvE game?
If you're playing one position, it is. Except for Dodd. He's out here, man. He's killing bad guys and getting gold that way. Farming heroes. He's 4-0-1 right now. So not only has he been active, he's not letting anybody else get any kills. Just keeping them all for himself.
Yeah.
So
Half of
still
the
a carry
kills
player.
right now going to the Morphling. As they were trying to set up a play, it looks like, but they came right under this Dire Observer ward, so immediately able to TP away as Leah style. Or I'm sorry, rather Remnant away.
A really cool wards out from Infinity right now. Very hard to de-ward. I like these lane wards they have up. You know, that's not something you commonly think of, is to put these in the lanes like this. You know, you don't see that all that often. So it's going to be pretty tough for Ravens to spot these, and they're in really useful spots too. So good vision coming out from them.
That should help.
A lot more defensive.
Yeah, you
is
gotta
the
love
Ravens.
useful vision.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah, Ravens is a lot more defensive, but they also, you know, they have the Beastmaster again, so they can get aggressive vision with that. Murder Boots is trying to remind me about the Beastmaster. I don't know if you can hear him in the background.
Our sideline reporter, Murder Boots, always on the scene.
Yep.
We even brought him up with us to the DPC. We couldn't leave Murder Boots behind.
That's right. Oh,
As now we have a smoke. Vendetta from Dismar is going to reveal the location. They saw the waveform in. Dismar trying to go on to Prada. Sarah, now the smoke is going to be revealed. PP with a lift, holding him in place. The stun. They have the damage, the death of the gyro.
kablooey. Down he goes. Not the target you want, though. In fact, that's the worst target you can find on a gank like that. So he doesn't even have... Oh, Leo? He's looking just fine. No items on the gyro. There's not even a hint of what he's trying to get in his inventory. He's on the struggle bus right now. It's 22 minutes into the game, and he's got nothing. Yeah, maybe. Again, 22 minutes in and we don't see anything. That's brutal.
But then again, he has the goal to just buy Tranks, so it can't be Tranks.
Yeah. And there is another tier 2. Man, the Ravens are playing really fast. This is the SA Dota that I'm used to, man.
Oh no, Mariano just blinked forward. As they have the smoke down, he's going to use the BKB TP play, and Gnek is going to have to pay the Pied Piper, leaving the support to hold the bag.
Yeah, a really greedy build from our Skywrath player here. He doesn't even have Arcane Bolt 1, which is kind of very unique. But he's just going straight. He went double null straight into that Ag. So see if that pays off for him. Still got a long way to go, and it's 22 minutes into the game. I think this is a pretty risky build from the Skywrath, because if he doesn't get there, I mean, he's basically just a silence bot.
Right. And I mean, silence is useful against this Morphling, but I feel like we've not seen. I mean, there was one Mystic Flare that we saw, and it didn't bring the kill.
Mm-hmm. There was a second one. He did get the kill on the Beastmaster, yeah, with it, but yeah,
okay.
But that's it. Just the 2. We're 23 minutes into this game. It's just been those.
Right, and we don't really have great tools to set up the Skywrath Mage. I mean, we saw the last ban on the Legion Commander. That's like the old school combo, right? Duel them, hold them in place, and then I drop the Mystic Flare on their head. You get free damage, I get a kill, everybody's happy. But, yeah, just not quite able to set up these plays so far here through game number 2. The 4K is the net worth lead. 10-8 is the scoreboard for Ravens' favor. As, dude, this Morphling, he is even out in front of the Battle Fury Ursa.
Yeah, he is gigantic right now. He's got the Scotty done, which is going to be really effective this game. So great for him to pick that up. I mean, he's hitting really hard. He's going to be really tanky as long as he has his Manta to purge the silence. So he is a problem. The Infinity has a Morphling issue right now, and it looks like he's going in for a Daedalus right now. So Daedalus Sheepstick is what he has queued up, interestingly enough. So, you know, if he's able to grab the gyrocopter and turn into him, he's going to be able to blow up the enemy team pretty quickly.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I had already forgotten about the combo, and I was the one that brought it up in the first place.
Wait, does the gyrocopter not skilling flat cannon, does that mean that Morphling doesn't get flat cannon if he turns into him? I actually don't know how that works.
Mean that. I think that is how that mechanic works.
Maybe
but
production
he's out of options
or
now.
Let us know, but I'm not sure.
He's out of options now. It's either that or put points into stats.
You can get those stats, baby. Tank it up. Hit 2, but then again, 2 damage harder.
You want the flat cannon. You want the flat cannon to help deal with the tombstone while also dealing damage in fights, right?
Oh, devil.
Smoke gonna pop. We have found out Binjaz. Binjaz just gets ripped to smithereens. He does get the ultimate off first. Now Dodd coming in. Waveform rips through the 2 supports. Hump of damage into Mariano. Mariano is trying to do the BKB run away, but he has stolen the form of the Ember Spirit. So he's able to use the Sleight of Fist, slow down the distance. As now Leostyle goes into Roshan. He's going to get himself onto the other side of the pit. And now it's Decision Desk 2023. Do we go high ground? Do we go Roshan?
A little surprised that they're choosing to go high ground instead of Roche, but I guess they're feeling really confident in all their push, even without the Beastmaster. So, yeah, that's not great when you get your offlaner blown up to start a fight and then you just lose 3 for 1. Oh man, and you saw Dodd run in there and just make life really hard for Coach on the Ursa there. Just able to run him off, no problem, and even clean up the kill there. So. And maybe
now there's a double damage rune on the field.
Yep. So that should be free Roche there. The decision not to go for Roche. But I think they're going to be okay. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get it anyway, so no harm, no foul. They did get a tier 3 out of it, so could be worse.
Dire are scanning.
I think, yeah, Raven's still sitting in control of this game pretty comfortably.
And taking a look back at that fight, God, that waveform just ripped through the back lines. And Dodd just able to chase and chase onto Mariano, the zombie even giving him vision of where the Ursa was running.
Oh my
gosh.
Goodness.
Dodd is just off the hook, and they're even able to get another one.
Oh boy. DP just dropping stuff on the ground.
That's why I was like, dude, is that the Aghanim Scepter Blessing from Roshan? Like, what the fuck is happening here?
Just an eggs. Yeah, I'm not sure where to drop that. So, Daedalus done now on the Morphling though. Holy smokes, that's a problem. I mean, it looks like an Alchemist game if you look at the net worth. You know, it's just like one of these things is not like the other thing. It is the Morphling's net worth, and they just
and I mean,
don't have an answer on the other side, man.
It's not supposed to be like this, right? When you have an Ursa
Nope.
with the Battle Fury, it's not supposed to be like this.
He got the blink too. It's another good farm accelerant, you know, and just hasn't been able to bring his Fury swipes to bear in these fights very well.
As now, with Aegis in tow, they're just gonna walk high ground here. As they, the big soul rip heal silenced up, but it doesn't matter. Oh god, there's a Savage Roar, they brought down the Ursa, no buyback on Pepita. Leostyle forced the BKB, trying to run away, but the waveform is there. Sleight of Fist bouncing around, able to pick up the kill onto Gannett.
Yeah,
that's just
really
gonna be the
unfortunate
first lane
that
of barracks to fall.
Ursa blinked in and he didn't hit his BKB, and he ate a spiked Carapace right off the bat and just went down without, again, not being able to bring his damage to bear, man. And that might just be the end of the video game. Oh my god.
Just bursting through Leo style. I didn't think the kill was possible, and Don, he's not done. He's just living back behind the tier 4 towers, back behind the Ancient. GG's called. Players are disconnecting. This one is done and dusted.
Oh my gosh, that happened so fast, Rada. I feel like this whole game felt really fast. I mean, the laning phase was over before you knew it, and just they got that pace. You know, they got that early Roshan, and that just felt like it for Infinity. I mean, they never took their foot off the pedal. You know, the Morphling got out of control and stayed on top, and I don't remember the Ursa having any impact in this game just because of all the control on the other side. You know, it's not like he played terribly or anything. Just you know, not able to pump any damage into anybody with how much net worth and control was on the other side.
No, and I mean, his scoreline absolutely reflects that. 1, 3, and 4 is the Pepita Ursa. And yeah, just simply not able to really play his game, right? I mean, as soon as Prada left the lane, the Beastmaster controlled the top lane. And I mean, shout out to Benjaz, first and foremost. He had a bit of a rough start to the laning phase. And then Prada leaves. And he's just able to take over that entire lane and even force the glyph out. It was like 9 minutes, 10 minutes, and they were forcing the glyph of fortification out to protect the tier 2 tower. I mean, he just absolutely controlled the tempo of the game the exact way that you want a Beastmaster to play.
Yeah, and he did it, like you said, without a great start, which is very difficult to do for a Beastmaster. And I mean, should we just call Infinity the Fighting Adrians at this point? Because I believe they're undefeated with him and only defeated without him, right? You know, like
I think they won one series without
right?
Adrian.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, with Adrian, they're 2-0, and they've not had great success outside of the Adrian era. So, you know, for Infinity, it's a little bit of a rough way to end the tour. But I do believe that their spot is secured still to be here in Div 1 come tour number 2 after the Lima Major. And most importantly, this means that Ravens maybe have a chance to avoid relegation.
Yeah, that was a big win for them, man. And, you know, throughout the tournament, we've seen them have trouble closing out games, and they closed out both of these games really cleanly. Well, game 1, I wouldn't call it clean, but they were able to pull it off, you know. This game,
right.
they put the foot on the throat and didn't let up, you know, just kept the foot down and able to secure that win for them. So, yeah, impressive showing from Raven there, and we'll see if they're able to, if it's enough to keep them in Div 1, man.
Yeah, we'll see that. We'll have to tune in tomorrow to the action to see if that is going to be enough to keep Ravens around. And I do believe that our panel is going to have to eat some crow, everybody other than Magic, because she was the only one that was smart enough to believe in the Ravens lineup. So shout out to Magic. And the panel, you're going to have some explaining to do. As
hey, me too. I want a little credit.
Yep.
I was on the Ravens.
Yeah, shout out. Shout out Crucial. Yeah, my super smart analyst who should be panelist Crucial. He predicted the game correctly as PP was able to get the first win of that I've seen in this DPC tour on the mid Rubik. But with that, that is going to wrap up our coverage of the Ravens versus Infinity series. We're going to cut to a quick break before Lil and the panel discuss.